Hello geeks, welcome back to my channel. I'm Parmar Sweta, back again to feed your curiosity. Well, we humans have always desired to go and establish our civilization on different planets of solar system. And the planet that is of our utmost interest is Mars. So, for going on Mars and to establish our civilization, first thing that we need to do is that we have to make it suitable for humans to live there. In other words, we have to terraform it. So, we will face several challenges while terraforming Mars. And what are those challenges? We are going to talk about it over here. So, the first major challenge that humans will face while terraforming Mars is the thin atmosphere of Mars, as the atmosphere of Mars is very thin as compared to Earth. It consists of 95.7% of carbon dioxide, 2.7% of nitrogen and less than 1% of oxygen. So without oxygen, humans cannot survive. Then the atmospheric pressure of Mars is just 610 Pascal, which is just 1% than that of Earth. So if humans are exposed in this environment, they will suffocate, and even after having freezing temperature, their blood will boil. Another main issue with this thin atmosphere is that due to this thin atmosphere, there is a constant UV rays on Mars, and due to this, molecular bonds are unstable on Mars. For an example, NH3 is not stable on Mars. It will break down after a few hours. The second major problem with Mars is its weak magnetic field. First of all, what does a magnetic field really do? Well, it acts as a shield for a planet. It deflects the solar wind charge particles that are from the sun and will act like a bubble around the planet, protecting the planet, and due to which though life exists on Earth or else any planet. Now, what happens with Mars is that it does not have that inner dynamo to create that global magnetic field. Well, it doesn't mean that it does not have a magnetic field. It does have, and it is created by the interaction of solar wind with its atmosphere, and this create a magnetosphere for the Mars. Now this magnetosphere is really weak as compared to Earth, so all the charged particles are not deflected but they are getting directly into the Mars atmosphere. That's why it is a major problem for terraforming Mars. The third major problem with Mars is its radiation, actually very high radiation. As it has a very thin atmosphere and very weak magnetic field, the radiations from outer space are not deflected. They are directly onto the Mars, and due to this, the surface of Mars is exposed to very high radiations. It is almost 2.5 times more than what our astronauts face on ISS, that is International Space Station. So this type of radiation, this much high radiation, can lead to all kind of health problems, just like acute radiation sickness, then after genetic damage, skin cancer, and even death. So this could be really hazardous. The fourth major challenge that we will face on Mars is its low gravity. Actually, it is very low, as it is just 40% than what we have on Earth. The first thing that we have to do is, as we put our first step on Mars, we have to relearn how to walk. Apart from that, we have to relearn all our basic activities that we used to do on Earth. Other than that, this low gravity can lead to several weakness of bones and muscles, and it could also affect our viability. So it could be a really big health problem for us to survive on Mars. The fifth and the last part is the freezing temperature. Now, the Mars is far away from sun than Earth, so it has a freezing cold environment. During winter, its temperature is minus 125 degrees Celsius. That's freezing. We would be ice cream on Mars. And during summer, the daytime the weather is 20 degrees Celsius, while at night it can go to minus 75 degrees Celsius. So this fluctuation in temperature, this much in just day and night, it's from 20 degrees Celsius to minus 75 in just 24 hours, could be non-adaptable for humans. So it will be really difficult for humans to survive in this highly fluctuating and very fastly fluctuating temperature. So this could be a really big problem for humans. So my dear geeks, these were the 5 major challenges that 5 major challenges that humans will face when they will try to terraform Mars. These challenges could be really difficult. We have to face several difficulties. We have to do lots of work and we have to think a lot about it. So we are humans and we will do this and we'll definitely think. So for terraforming Mars, you might think of different things. I mean, how you can solve these difficulties or how it could be solved. And this can be fun. So until my next video, you should think and think. You should be curious about, okay, how could I just solve this challenge? That is what we need to do. And until then, just like my channel, actually like my video, subscribe my channel, and please share it with as much as geeks and science people you know. I want to make a gang of geeks, you know, who are so curious about physics, about science, about universe. They want to love it and they love it actually, and they would just want to explore it as much as possible, just like me. So for geeks and for every physics lover, every science lover, please like it, subscribe it, and share it as much as possible. Until then, be curious. Goodbye.